block over there, right over there, which we already broke out. Okay, so you took the trade in no man's land.
Mhm. I
Yeah,
can see
it
that
was
now.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you must zoom out a little bit, even if you take it on a 5 minute or 1 minute. Zoom out to like 2 or 3 time frames higher and see what the market does. All right, and especially when you see ranging like this is dangerous. I would just say break even, get out of the trade, because the market would most probably go down and then up, or up then down. So, and especially the trade, if you took it here, you're on no man's land. So I would rather wait for it to come into this order block over here at the top before shorting it, or if it came down all the way to this order block, this one even here at the bottom, I would have longed it, because this is my range over here. You must remember, this is your high, this one over here is your high range, and this one here at the bottom is your low range. So now we are in between now, so there's no direct trade for me actually, eh? So just zoom a little bit out and stuff before making your decisions. But you could have taken this order block here, but no, that's not for me the right one to take. I will wait for this one here at the top, because you can take a little bit liquidity grab to the top side and then come down. Like now, I would look at it if it gives me the right signals and stuff like that. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
thanks a lot.
Marty.
Yo, what's good, people? I'm gonna share my screen real quick.
Yes, I'm gonna hop off with my share screen just quickly. Go in.
Sweet stuff. Let's get going.
The market pumped.
Yeah, we had
I
a clean
saw
one.
the USDC is back to one peg almost.
Is it? Is that what happened?
9.994. Yeah, so I think that's the reason why Bitcoin and everything pumped. That's my view on it. But let's have a look.
All right. Anyways, I want to hop on my stream, guys. Hop on my stream. Hop on. Once everyone's in, I can. I've got 11 people watching my stream. Click on my name, watch my stream. I am recording the session. So, boom, bam. Let's get going. Okay. So, Bitcoin had a pump up to the upside, right? So, earlier in the session, I did tell you guys that there was resistance over here at around 20,600, right? The reason for that resistance was because it was this support over here, right? So, you can see over here, there was support sitting there. And we then formed as resistance.
We don't see your screen.
Okay, we don't. Okay, let's quickly just reshare this.
No, we see your Discord.
Oh, sorry. That's my bad. Let me just share this then. We should be able to see TradingView now.
Yes, we are.
Okay, cool. Everyone hop on. Cool. There we go. So, essentially what happened earlier was I told you guys that this area of support over here on the left-hand side at around 20,600 would be formed as resistance over here. And you can see that we did tap it once. And we are currently trying to break it, or we have broken it. Got a 1 hour closure above, which was a good sign. Okay, we got a 1 hour closure above this zone, which is exceptionally good. And I'm seeing a retest here. We might actually push up to the upside. So this next 1 hour candle does end up coming down, test this, and then go up. We can see some upwards momentum. The reason for that, hold on. Bless me. The reason for that is because we can essentially come all the way back up to test these upper levels. Over here, there's a couple levels over here that we can come up to test. One more time, hold on 1 second. Bless me. My sinus is like through the roof right now. So that's what I am seeing, right? So what we have formed is some sort of ascending wedge. Dude, my sinus, can calm down. What we have formed is some sort of ascending wedge, and we have managed to break it to the upside. We're seeing a retest right now, so we can actually see this push further up to the upside, but I wouldn't be too convinced right now. Okay, this was a very big expansion, but it might just be because the USDC got repegged to $1, right? So people are trying to get back into the market, right? So just a quick one for you guys. That is what's happening. If I go to some of the altcoins, you can see some of the altcoins did pump. Just before I left after the stream, I did go into a Cardano long for this zone over here. but this push did not break a higher high, right? So this push is a bit sketchy. I have closed off some of this position because that is a very aggressive move to the upside. And on top of this, look, we have to retest this level over here. You can see I have a dotted yellow line over there. We have to retest that level before anything else happens. Okay, so we got to come back, retest the level, see if we can form some sort of support on that level before continuing to the upside, because we need to turn this resistance into support, right? And then what we will see is we would see a clean support resistance flip over there, right? So for the support resistance, guys, this area here where we formed a resistance level was previously a support level way back when. And if we come back and form this as a support, this 1 hour candle closes outside of this zone. That's what I mean when I say that, is that this 1 hour candle closes above this white line. That's a good sign for us to push to the upside. If it closes beneath this white line, we can come back down. Okay, we do have a lot of liquidity sitting over here that can get taken out. Like I said, this wedge to the downside, it can still come down. This might just be a pre-market pump for them to send it straight back down again, right? So something I posted literally I think yesterday was the long to short ratio. Okay, so I don't know if any of you guys, I did share a link to MDX's live stream. Don't know if any of you ended up watching that live stream, but he basically explained his view and how he basically went over this kind of channel that he was looking at. MDX actually said in the live stream that he was actually long. He went long, was last night, what was that, the 11th of March at around 10 o'clock, or was it 8 o'clock? He went long somewhere here. No, I'm lying. He went long down here, 19,600 and something. So he went long somewhere here, and he's holding long until retest back up. But he did say that if he could redo that, he wouldn't have gone long, because we haven't yet found support, right? So this level here that we are currently retesting, if it finds support there, that would be our first support level that we have found at this current level. But don't get too optimistic. We will not be pushing up to like 30k from here, right? This is what we just experienced over here. What we just experienced here is the bear market rally. Okay, so what we're going to end up doing is we're going to come back to retest these levels up top here, and then we'll see what happens, right? So the next step for what we're going to do is come up to these levels here at around 23,600, and then from there you can then see us react, right? We could either push up or reject it all the way down and come to the bottom of the range again, right? So the range bottom is down here at 15,000, right? So you can see that we haven't, like, the support we're sitting on isn't a real support line. There's nothing to really actually support it. I'm actually going to remove this dotted line as I say that, because there's nothing here. There's just fair value gaps over here. There's no real anything. The next support level would be over here, and then beneath that the next support level would be somewhere over here, right? So there's nothing stopping us from, there's no reason for us to actually go up, besides the fact that I said earlier, we have to retest this 4 hour level, right? We have to retest this 4 hour level to form some sort of resistance or support underneath it, right? So for example, if this 4 hour candle that closes in 1 hour and 44 minutes, if that candle closes beneath this line, it's bearish pressure to the downside, right? So we'll see how it happens and how it plays out. If I go to the 15 minute, you can see we did make a higher high compared to this one. There's a higher high printed compared to this higher high over here, right? But you got to be aware that the level that if we come back down, right, we've got to come back down to some sort of order block with some sort of area of support, and that area of support is over here, right, on this 618. That's one of the areas of support that we could see it bounce at. Another area of support could be here somewhere, right, in the golden zone. So if it wants to come back, it can either come back to here and then bounce up again, or it could come back down to here and then bounce up again. But even after it does bounce, it could even come up and find resistance again before rejecting it another time. So it is a bit tricky to tell you exactly which way the market's going to be going, or exactly which way or what's going to happen. But that's kind of the views on Bitcoin that I have right now. It is breaking, yes. It is to the upside, yes, but there could be other reasons. The long to short ratio right now on 24-hour is 63% long, right, on Binance. So 63% long on Binance, and there's a lot of times that you'll see that the market will move in the opposite direction to what majority is doing, right? If I go to a different time frame, let's go to the 4-hour. Boom, you'll see 58% long. The 30-minute, still the same. 5-minute, still the same. It's the same on all the time frames. So look, be careful with what you're doing and what you're like, how you're trading. Often, a lot of the times, market moves in the opposite direction of what majority of people are doing. Okay, the market makers, like the guys that have been buying Bitcoin since the day it came out, those guys have been short for a long time and they're still short, right? Their biggest positions are still short, so this market can still go down. Okay, just be aware of that. And yeah, so that's my views on Bitcoin. Daily wise, we had this level up here that we rejected that I called last, I think it was like 3 weeks ago. I said, cool, I'm going short over here. My main account is still short on this level. I'm still in profit from that short. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, I have multiple accounts. Some of them are bigger accounts. So generally speaking, the bigger your capital gets, the higher time frame you start trading, right? So that's just how I've figured it and how I do it as well. So I've been short since the top of this area here. I took some profits along the way down, but I'm still in the position, and my smaller accounts are going long on some of the altcoins at the moment, but only when I get proper structure, right? So you see here we got a 15-minute candle closure outside of the zone, and we're currently rejecting it to the upside. So that can be some good momentum to the upside. Let's check USDT dominance as well. USDT dominance did drop very heavily. So we do see a negative correlation between Bitcoin and the USDT dominance, where if the USDT dominance goes down, Bitcoin goes up. And you can see over here a push down on the USDT dominance, which means that most of the time the money is going into crypto. If I check the Bitcoin dominance is coming down, which means alts are also going to go up. Alts are starting to pump now as well. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how long this push lasts. And we'll see how long this push holds for. But I'm actually very interested to see if they can actually go up to reclaim that 23,600 level, or if they're going to push it straight down from here. Because if we go back up to 23,600, around this area here, where this zone is, right, we delete all of this nonsense. If we can get back up to that level up here, then I'll be looking for another entry to go short again. Right, so if I draw the fib top to bottom, you can see that it's just below the 70.5, right, where the golden zone would be somewhere up here, right? So somewhere around this area, I would go short for, right? So I would like to see if they actually do reclaim those levels, or if they don't reclaim it. It would be interesting to see and interesting to watch happen. And as we speak, I'm going to take a small long on Bitcoin. When I say small, I mean minute. Like that. Yeah, that's perfect. So I'm going to enter here. And the order has been placed. Okay, cool. So order's there. 38 is my stop loss. So I don't want this to like randomly just wick me out. TP1 would be up there. Simple, quick little trade. All the way up to the next kind of support area. Someone's mic is on. I'm just going to mute them real quick. Let's check this chat. The quality of Discord stream is poor. Can you not do the Zoom as the quality is better? I can't do Zoom because I don't have a Zoom call. Can only be 40 minutes long. Unfortunately. Yeah, that is just the only problem with Zoom. What I can actually do is this. We should do this. This might be a little bit better. But yeah, this Bitcoin trade is printing profits, which is really great. So yeah, that's my views on Bitcoin. if I need to reiterate anything, oh, Protocol Paul says I don't have quality issues on my end. Grateful Trader says that's better. Okay, cool, yeah. So this should be a little bit better for you guys. Otherwise, literally right after the stream is done, I'm gonna probably upload the recording straight to YouTube. And then you guys can obviously go and rewatch it if you'd like. But yeah, that's the only trade I'm taking right now is that Bitcoin trade. Alert on Ape. Oh, Ape is now hitting resistance. So you see, Ape is now hitting resistance. I'd love to see us push through or reject, right? So this is going to be interesting. So I'll watch this side by side with Bitcoin as well for this moment as be now. Because Bitcoin's pushing to the upside, but Ape is hitting support, hitting resistance. So it would get interesting just to see, do we get a push to the upside or do we come down? I'm putting my stop loss for this trade on Bitcoin to break even right now. Because I want it to be a break-even trade. I want it to be a risk-free trade. So yeah, is there? Before I even say that, I just want to go through a couple alts. Yeah, everything's hitting resistance right now. So you see there, that's resistance there. Ape is hitting resistance there. AVAX is not yet hitting resistance. Phantom not yet hitting resistance. Gonna get that trend line pretty soon. We can delete all of this as well and remove that. IMX. Matic just broke above the wedge as well, following Bitcoin pretty closely. So yeah, I would like to see how this actually pushes and what momentum we can get from this, or if we actually just start rejecting the levels, because something tells me that the USDT pegging had something to do with it. And if they manage to bring it back to a closer number to 1, it means people might have gotten back into Bitcoin and crypto. And I've got a feeling that the market makers might reject that and push it to the downside again. But we'll see how this closes. We'll see how this candle starts printing. I want to get a 1 hour closure above this and make a higher high as well. So I want to break above that wick and actually push and close above that wick, and that'll be a great sign that we can actually still keep pushing to the upside, because then the next resistance ever would only be here. Right, you've got this area of resistance over here. You see that clean bearish, bearish candle over here. That is clean rejection, or resistance, sorry, not rejection. So that's what I would be looking at. That level there is where we could find something at. So yeah, my phantom trade from earlier today, I did manage to close 75% and then get stopped at break even. So phantom, where was the trade? 30-minute time frame. Oh, it was probably a 5-minute time frame. Oh yeah, I was here. I did manage to get this trade up here. Took off 75% over here, I think, for a 5-to-1. And then literally after that, managed to go long on Cardano. So God has blessed me with some profits this evening before the new week starts. So I'm grateful for that. Very happy. So we'll see how things go. We'll see how things go. We're getting ready for shorts. No, yeah, well, depends. We want to see market structure, right? Bitcoin's been falling quite a lot, and we want to see a good market structure. We want to see it make a higher high or lower low. We want to see it hit some sort of resistance or support before we can call anything out. Like this trade over here was a simple just support resistance flip trade. Stop loss on break even already. No risk in this. Riding it up to about 21,600. I'll see what we do, how it reacts at that level, because I would love to ride it up to about 23,500. Kind of like 23,400 even. That would be a great level for me to ride it up to. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see how it plays out. Is there any questions or anything that you guys want to add, or send through some alts that you want me to chart? Come on, people, you guys can't be this dead. Cardano. My nose is running, dude. My nose is running away from me. Probably because I went to gym and didn't put a hoodie on after I left the gym. Hold on, let me just see if I have anything I can put that I can use. Give me a sec. I'm just going to mute. Cool, that should fix my sinus a little bit. Okay, let's check some charts. Let's check some charts, little people. Schnab says ADA, Cardano, right? So let's check out Cardano. Ooh, we're getting this push. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's move, baby. Let's move. Cardano, right? So, Cardano, where it stands, this was a range, right? So, this was a range. We had kind of what I explained earlier. We had a higher high print over here, and then another higher high print off of that high, right? So, the level I would want to break with Cardano for a good sign of strength on the 30-minute would be this level here at 3228. What I did was I managed to get a long position at the bottom of this support range, right? So I was willing to risk the fact that this could just reject and wick me out, but we didn't in this example, right? So I very well could have gotten wicked out of this trade, but I saw that we weren't getting a lot of wicks over here. We weren't getting very aggressive wicks over here. So I thought, you know what, we got 1, 2, 3 wicks that weren't very aggressive. It just rejected it very cleanly. So I was like, you know what, let me try and get an entry on this. And I did manage to get some profits. I was also aware that, you know what, I can actually lose this trade. But if I go to the 1 hour, someone's just mute someone here quickly. If I go to the 1 hour on Cardano, right, you can see that we have clear range over here, right? We draw the fib top to bottom. We want to clear above this level here, essentially for a good sign of strength. Then the next level we want to clear is this top, kind of make a higher high. If the market does manage to clear a higher high, right? So the market does manage to get above this level, right? I wouldn't trade a support resistance flip on this. What I would do is I'd wait for it to make a higher high, then come down to this candle here, because this was the last buying pressure before. Sorry, this was the last selling pressure. I'll zoom in on it. You can see this doji candle over here. This was the last selling pressure before the massive expansion to the upside. So this was where the buyers took over, right? So I would wait for price to come all the way back down to here before I look for another long position, right? So now you're probably thinking, but bro, if price comes back down to there, wouldn't your original trade get stopped out at break even? Yes, but I would take 50% off the trade once you make a higher high. Every time we make a higher high or a lower low, every time we break structure, I move stop loss to break even and I take off 50% of the trade, right? So that's my views on Cardano on the lower time frames. If I go to the 4 hour, you can see, what is this called? Someone except Renando, what is this called? What is this trend line called? Liquidity. Yes, it's exactly what it is. Liquidity, that's it. So you can see a ton of liquidity being built up on Cardano, and the level that we'd want to go up to test for that is we can even draw the fib top to bottom. I would want to come up to this level here. On the daily, that was the last buying pressure before the sell-off. So I would want to go up to this level here, and it's lining with my 79 fib. So I would want to come up and test that level over there, just as a safe haven of like, okay, cool, this chart can come up, test this level, then reject. Or it can like come up, chill here, and then go up, and then come down, and then go up again. But it's still dependent on what happens once we get to that level in the first place. Right, so that's my higher time frame views on Cardano. What else do we have? Nothing much on Cardano. We did break this higher time frame trend to the upside. So yeah, I don't think we'll go all the way up till here. That's a bit optimistic for now. But yeah, like when was this even made? This was June last year. Oh yeah, this is like the bull, like that bull rally thing that happened last year. So yeah, this is a lot of liquidity. I don't think it'll get taken out just yet. I would trade the short term for now. Let's see what happens when we get to this level up top here, right? Even if we do get there, or if we even just come up and reject completely, I would watch the price and see what happens, right? I'd watch key levels and key zones. Even on the 4 hour, you can see here clearly, right? There's a nice massive selling candle before this bullish expansion. So if we clear above here, you've got a nice 4 hour buying zone, right? You've got a 4 hour time frame buying zone. So use that as you wish. Do I think price will come back to that level? Yes, I do. If it doesn't, then we don't get the trade, but it's fine. We'll get another one, right? So yeah. What else do we have? Render. Sorry, if you hear me sniffing, I'm so sorry. I literally I can't help it. I do apologize. Render, where's render? Render. Starting the daily time frame. Daily time frame, I think we almost tapped into support here. Yeah, we tapped support on render. Right, you see this was the last selling pressure before we broke above this high over here. So that is a nice area, key level for buying on. And if I go to the 4 hour time frame, I want to break above this high on the 4 hour. And you can actually see it quite clearly, right? So you can see that if we break above this high over here, you can see a nice bearish candle before the bullish expansion, right? So you can see this push to the upside, come down, tap into this area here, and then we can move up again, right? So you could take a position off of there, going up for like a 1 to 5 or something, or 1 to 10, doesn't really matter. Preferably 1 to 5. If I go to the 1 hour, area of resistance on render is here, but this isn't a strong area of resistance. The reason I say that is because this high never broke below this low, right? So this is a weak high. The reason I say this is a weak high is because it never managed to make a lower low, because the lower low would be down here, right? So yes, this is resistance, but if we break above it, we can push above this high very quickly, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, just be careful with shorting the market right now, because a lot of the charts are doing the same thing, where they're showing you that these highs that are being made, that they're trying to break above, are very weak highs because they never made lower lows, right? So that's what I'm looking at for render. 1 hour time frame, it is hitting a bit of resistance. If you want to look for a short, I would wait for a lower low to print on the 5 minute. So I would wait for consolidation, a lower low, a pullback, and then short it down, right? But like I said, be careful. I wouldn't just get into the market while it's pumping, right? Or falling. It is a bit tricky to catch or whatnot. So yeah, what else do we have here? Render GLMR. Never heard of that before. But then again, I've never heard of multiple things. GLMR. Glamour. I think it's probably Glamour, right? Am I right? Is it Glamour? GLMR. Glamour. Daily time frame. See, we did manage to make a higher high on this daily time frame over here. If I draw the fib, it says below my 79. So the 4 hour, it's got this area here that it needs to break above. Yeah. It's got this area here that needs to break above in the 4 hour. Right, so the same way Bitcoin had that support resistance flip, you'd want to wait for this to break above, probably test it and then shoot up. But in the same way, I would also wait for a higher high to print over there, right? And then you have this 4 hour order block over here for a demand zone. So you can then push to the upside, come down, tap there, and then go. But the thing is, like watch this, right? You see this area here that I just told you that we can break above and retest, right? The interesting thing with this is that a 4-hour candle could wick into this zone here, but still close up top here, right? So it would still be retesting this level, but it would also be grabbing liquidity from here. It would be grabbing all the orders, right? So do you see how these strategies work in sync and they don't work against each other? Like, for example, you can trade support resistance flips. I can trade order blocks and we'll get the same trade because you will enter up top there and I'll enter over here, right? So do you see how it's still kind of the same trade you're taking, but just in different ways, right? That's a really interesting thing. If we go to the 1 hour, yeah, this is still the high that I want to break above to call this a higher high. I'm going to make this a dashed yellow line just so we can see clearly that that's a support resistance level. So what I would also do here is that you can actually see the same thing play out. This high over here never made a lower low. So it's a weak high. So we can break above it. It's not going to be very difficult for this chart to break above that high. Okay. No trades right now. 15 minutes. 15-minute time frame, you did make a higher high here, right? So that is a change of character to the upside. No, sorry, it's a break of structure. And you could wait for this zone here. So if this reverses, you could wait for this zone and then long it up, but I would be careful of that. So I would set an alert for this order block over here on GLMR with the 15-minute order block. So if you come down and you tap into it, you could go to the upside, but then if you do long it to the upside, literally just put your stop loss underneath and go for a 1 to 5. So 1 to 5 would be over here, right? So you're literally just getting that little bit of a move, but it's a safer bet, right? If you risk 10%, you're getting 50% back, right? That's a lot of money back. Right? That's a lot of gain on the account back, right? So just be careful with trying to go and shoot for like 100R. Just shoot for a 1 to 5, right? The strategy works best for a 1 to 5 risk reward trade, right? So do that if you do want to look for a position. If it does decide to come down. So yeah. GLMR in an 8-hour order block. I don't have the 8-hour zone on here. Just because I don't, but I can see that this would be an 8-hour order block here. I think. Yeah. Wait, 8-hour bearish or bullish order block? Renando? Is it an 8-hour bullish or bearish block?
Bullish block. So if you go back a little bit, I'm gonna send you a screenshot.
Oh, like here. Oh, lol. Let me actually add in. Can I add in 8-hour time frame? Oh, I can. Ah, there it is. I see it. I see it. You see? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
It just bounced off.
Yeah. I see that. So yeah. So now if we go to the 1 hour, we'd want to break above this dotted yellow line. Once you break above the dotted yellow line, we can come back and test this and then we can go up. Right? I want to break above this dotted line. We have to break above it and retest it for a bullish sign. Right? Just want to check my Bitcoin trade real quick. Fuck, dude. God is good tonight. We're eating tonight. We are eating. My voice sounds weird because my nose is blocked. What else do people want me to try? Solana. Wait, quick question. There was a guy that I met at the Sniper meetup in Cape Town, and he lives in Panorama. Are you in the chat right now, bro? If you are, just send a message. You were there with your girlfriend. I just don't know if he is actually in this chat right now. Solana. Solana is one that I like to trade. And I see Mr. Waz is typing in the chat there. Where's Solana? ABCDFG. There we go. Solana broke all my zones. Solana daily. Let's go daily first. Damn, dude. I still could have been in this trade. I closed too early. Fuck. That would have been the perfect trade. What would it have been? 1 to 33. Shit, dude. I'm not gonna get bleak. Solana. right? So Solana's busy making its way up to test this trend on the top side here, right? You can see as well that there is this last buying pressure before the sell-off, right? So what I would do on Solana on the daily time frame is watch clearly and see if we actually do come up to this level, right? So if we come up to this level and start like finding some sort of resistance, creating some sort of trend line there, and we tap the like this daily trend line, and then we can actually break to the downside. So I'll explain that again. If we come up on Solana and we tap into this daily zone, right, and we start consolidating towards this trend line, creating liquidity to the downside, I would look to enter a short the same way I looked to enter a short over here. So I think it was like 4 weeks ago, three weeks ago, I entered a short on Solana over here. And I would look for the same setup over here as when you just enter on the rejection. So you see how we got a daily candle rejection. I would enter on that rejection to the downside, and then you would target like to take out the liquidity. That's what I would look for. I would just watch and see if we form some sort of pattern, if it's a bullish wedge or if it's just a trend line or it's a channel or whatever, and we hit those 2 points at the same time, I would enter a short to the downside. Or I would wait for a clear out. Like, so I'd wait for a candle to push up and reject, and then I would enter. So you see how this candle over here, you see how it touched the trend line and it pushed up straight, and then it came down and closed bearish. I would enter like off of that. So I would enter off of there on the closure, stop loss above the wick, right? Write it down like that, right? So you see how this is a longer term trade, but you're making a shit ton more money. You're making 25%. And if you do this on a 2x, it's already 50%. If you do it on a 5x, it's 100%. No, it's 125%. My maths I can't math. That's what I'm looking at for Solana. Go to the 4 hour. Same setup. We need to break above this high over here. 1 hour. Same setup as Bitcoin. Had this liquidity build up there. Had this kind of resistance level. So Solana would need to break above this, form support, and then we can push to the upside, same way Bitcoin did. So yeah, just look out for that and watch out for that. That is what I'm looking towards on Bitcoin right now. And yeah, this is what Solana looks like. I wouldn't take a trade right now. I wouldn't take a trade. Don't long into resistance. Do not do that. Right? So if this actually comes up, closes above, retests like it did on Bitcoin, I'll take a long live again. I'll take it. Wait, did anyone go long with me on Bitcoin? Just an interesting thing. Did anyone go long with me on Bitcoin? Vicky did. Vicky is just stop loss and break even. First aid is just stop loss and break even. Yes, okay. Yep, and 50% taken. Perfect. Question. Yep, 120%. Daniel, did you make 120% in that trade, bro? Jeez, guys leverage like fucking degens. Quick question. Any of you make $50 in that trade? Did any of you make $50 or more on that trade? No low margin. My capital not that high. Too late to enter as usual. That's fine, bro. Don't worry about it. You always get the next one. The market will still be here tomorrow. No small risk, low leverage. Okay, good. At least everyone's risking the right amount, so no one just over leverage the account. Very happy about that. That's that's what I'm mainly happy about. So I'm gonna close 50% of my Bitcoin trade and 50% of my Ethereum, my Cardano trade, and we just let those go for there on. Yeah, we let that ride for a little bit, see what happens. What I am gonna do is actually start setting some alerts. Right, so I want to set some alerts going down. So I want to set an alert for ADA over here. And then what I also want to do is, what other chart was there? Nothing much more than that. It was Ada that I liked a lot. Okay, cool. What else did you guys want me to chart? Let's see. Theta, please. Okay, first Ada wants me to do theta. Let's do that for him. Just give me 2 seconds. Yeah, cool. Theta. What is this? Oh, it's a short level. So theta actually did bounce on the level that I marked off last week. Yeah, it did bounce. So I marked off this zone on last week's stream on Ada, where I said if we come down to we could bounce here, and we did actually bounce here. The zone is a bit bigger than what I did mark, so the zone's there. We did bounce. We did make a higher high, so we need to close above this high on the 4 hour. Right, so if I go to the 1 hour, you can see clearer. So you got this 1 hour zone here. You got to close above there, then you can make a change of character to the upside, right? Then after that, your buying zone would be down here. So your buying zone would be all the way over here, right? So this was the last. Well, it depends. Like, let me go to the 2 hour. Let me just check the other time frames. I just want to make sure. No. I would take this zone over here. It's a little bit cleaner. So your buying zone's over there, right? I'll set an alert just above that zone. So that's what I would look for, right? So this would essentially be your change of character to the upside. That would be your buying zone, and your resistance level would be here, right? So if it does come down, I would look for a buy over here, riding it up to there for 7-to-1 risk to reward. You could even just target a simple 5-to-1, right? That's 50% if you're risking 10%. That's 25% if you're risking 5%, right? So you could ride it up to there, you could not. It all depends. But higher time frame, I would watch this level over here, right? If we push up to this level up top here at around 0.97 cents, 0.97 cents, you could see some sort of rejection at this level, and then look for a short back down, because the higher time frame bias 4 hour is still bearish. We're still moving down, right? We're just catching a small long to the upside to come down again, right? On the 4 hour time frame as well, there's a 4 hour zone here now. I'm actually going to move this alert a little bit up to the 4 hour zone, just so that I know that is a 4 hour zone that it will tap into when my alert goes off. So that is what I would look for on theta. Right, so there you go, Mr. First Aid. ETH, please. Let's do ETH. Ethereum's pushing, dude. It's pushing hard. It's pushing really hard. I like it. ETH in the 4 hour is hitting the resistance. We want to break above it and close above it. Dude, ETH can push. ETH can push. Like it can go. I don't want to underestimate ETH right now, so I don't want to say that it will reject at a specific level, but I was really hoping it would come down a little bit lower to test this level here. I was looking for a long off of this level down here. I could look for a long off of here. Stop loss like here somewhere, but I didn't get that. But look, ETH hitting resistance. I'd wait and see how the 4 hour or the 1 hour. Yeah, I'd wait for the 4 hour candle closure in about an hour and 10 minutes. That's when it closes. So I'd wait for that close before I decide to do anything, right? Because we could reject, we could push. It depends, right? So be careful of that, right? I traded that range since yesterday and stopped earlier to take a break and missed the big break. That's bleak, bro. That's bleak. You can't math, but you can make shit ton of money. Was says, Solana, will you marry me? Let's see, what else do we have? Did you make more than 50, brother? Did you make more than 50? Yeah, I made more than 50. The reason why I asked, did you guys make more than 50, is because then I would have felt a little bit happier, because I was like, okay, cool, then all of you just made your money back with a call that I made. So like anyone that purchased VIP would have made all their money back for the VIP course with one of my calls, which they would not have had if they didn't get the VIP. So yeah. That's like my goal is to make you guys profitable. Yeah, is there anything else? Anything else that anyone wants to add in? Any charts that you want me to go through? Do you want to add anything?
Yo, how's it going? Sorry, man, I was just eating and I was busy typing a message, but you know when you type a message and then you send and then like for some reason the message just goes away. But can we chart Filecoin? Filecoin is having an EVM upgrade on the network next Thursday.
Yo, that's a massive push. Yo, that's 122% on spot. Filecoin made a high. Area for buying would be here. I'll set an alert. It is gonna hit resistance soon over here. But I would be wary. I would be wary. It is hitting resistance, yes, but I would look for longs at that level over there. 4.9 cents on the dot. This is where I'd look for longs on Filecoin. Can you hear me? Yes. Not right now. I can't hear you right now.
How about now?
Now I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Can we have a look at Filecoin?
This is Filecoin, is it not?
Okay, I think it's either a delay or anything. But anyway, for those people who like additives and things like that, I think this may be a buy the rumor sell the event type thing, and then maybe all the other Filecoins or file storage coins may just go up.
The ticker token's
how are you?
FIL, right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm on the right one. Yeah, this is. Yeah.
So how does it look on, let's say, the daily? What is this? I can't see so nicely.
That was a 2 hour. The daily looks like this. It is on support right now on the daily.
Yeah.
It is on a very nice support that you could have longed off of, but I'm waiting for that retracement to the downside to catch it to the upside again. The level that we can push up to, it's kind of here. It's like this high. It's like very much resistance up top here at this high. I will make this a dashed yellow line, just to make sure that everyone knows that this is resistance. There, yellow, 1 pixel, dashed. There you go. So that level up there at 9.4 cents. If it wants to come up to retest that level, it can. Like if Bitcoin wants to come up all the way to retest 23.6, then this can come up all the way to retest 9.4. Right, so
how does Bitcoin feel? Does Bitcoin feel like going up there?
I mean, it's definitely pushing.
Or not?
It's definitely pushing. It can. It's not a long way to go to retest that level, right? So I'd want to see it close above, like I said, this level here. I want to see it close above here. And if we get a 4-hour candle closure above there, that's a very good sign. Because the 1-hour candle is going to close in 5 minutes. And for 1-hour candle to look like that, to retest it so perfectly and to look like that, it's a good sign. So look, if Bitcoin comes up, it's retesting these upper levels at like 24K. Let me delete all of this nonsense off here. It's going to retest some levels up top.
You know what
here.
I think we should do, Arte? I think we should have like a journal or like a receipt book, because for anyone who's been here for the few streams that we've done since we started doing this, we were not wrong. Like last week's stream, we started off with after this dip, buy, like after this next dip, 7 days later, here we are. Similarly, the week before and the week before that. So going forward, if your idea or if your intention is to make it unprofitable, then why not let's just blow it up? Like instead of profitable, let's be extremely profitable.
What do you mean?
And yeah, okay. So what I mean is, we know where we are in the cycle, right? We can kind of see how much time we have. So let's not waste this time. Let's educate everyone on things that is going to work. So this is nice. This is very, very nice. But I'm talking about portfolio wise. I'm talking about DeFi wise. I'm talking about yield farming, stablecoin farming. I'm talking about those type of things, ecosystems. I'm talking about Web3. Like we should do that, and this, and everything else. Pop a one in the chat if you would like to do that. Let's go. Sorry, I like throwing you off edge with this type of thing, but I think that you should know when I say something like this, it's really all planned out and done. It's just me.
I love it.
Amazing. Okay, so let's also do a giveaway right now. You're gonna love this one. You're gonna love this one, bro.
All right.
You're gonna love this
Throw
one.
it to me. Throw it to me.
Okay, so you just decide what
Ducks.
the criteria is. And I'll post what the prize is. So
Bro, you should have been here earlier. Wait, you should have been here earlier when we were giving away one-on-one sessions. This, if you look at the chat, you just see everyone's just going ducks, dude. We did this. I'll show you'll see now, but it's actually hilarious, dude. But yeah, go continue.
let's have you can see who wants this giveaway. You're gonna love this. You okay. Let's I don't know. Let's have a look. Okay, so I'll pick a letter of the alphabet, and then if whoever's name starts with that first or that name, if they are in the chat, ask them a question based on what you've taught thus far.
I want to do the ducks though.
What's the ducks? I don't understand. Tell me about the ducks.
Are you reading chat?
I'm trying to. Okay, so okay. My duck was slug, quack. Do we have our ducks in a row? We get if we go into capital, crypto, and everything in trading. That would. Am I missing something here?
Let me explain to you. So we put everyone's name into this website, right? And then what happens is they get given a duck, right? And then you click how long you want these ducks to race for, and you click go, and these ducks will race down a stream completely randomly, and then someone will win, someone's duck will win, and then they get the giveaway. That's what we did earlier. Oh, I love it. Let's do it again. Okay, everyone. Okay, pause chat. Everyone, stop typing in chat. Stop typing in chat. Don't send a message.
Down Long Market Street.
Okay, don't send a message in chat. So, everyone that wants to join the giveaway, type a 1 in the chat right now, and don't put 2 1s. Don't click 1 twice. Just click 1 once. Okay, if you click 1 twice, I'm disqualifying you because your name will end up going into the thing twice.
Even though you want to win it.
Okay, sick. Okay, Waz, do you want to chat a little bit while I get these ducks ready?
Yeah. Let's go. Let's get your ducks in a row. How's everyone doing? Let's break the rules. Unmute your mics. Let's have a conversation. Let's party. Sorry. Okay. So you should understand if I have too much coffee when this type of thing happens. I don't know if Hartley mentioned, but the other night I messaged. What time did I message you?
3 o'clock in the morning, bro.
3 o'clock in the morning. I said, let's go live.
This guy messages me at 3 in the morning and goes, "Yeah, bro, the market's going crazy. Let's go live. Are you awake?" And I messaged him at like 7 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, "No, I'm not awake." Dude, why were you awake at 3 in the morning?
Because crypto doesn't sleep.
What is your day job?
So where are we on Discord? Like I can say, yeah. Oh, I work for Dyson. Does anyone know Dyson? Pop in the chat if you know Dyson. Hi there, Miss Dyson. How are you? Do you have a Dyson? Are you a Dyson owner?
Is that a car?
Give me a back, bro. Well, so okay, so Dyson is an engineering company. James Dyson is probably the richest man in the UK, Sir James Dyson. And yeah, so Google it. I don't really want to advertise my employer or anything, but yeah. So cordless vacuums, air purifiers, those type of things. He did everything to make your life like amazing, except a ball. I'll run my duck with my air fryer. I might win.
With my air fryer.
Air fryer.
That was Gary
Can I
just
tell
said. You
again?
said air fryer.
Can I tell you a story? So listen to the story, right? Most people in here know me from crypto school or sniper school, and I was one of the very very first moderators. And when that happened, we were obviously meant to run breakout rooms and attend all streams and things like that. So some people have like a tripod and a camera stand or whatever. I did not, right? And at the time, here's another secret. I moderated, I think 4 or 5 cohorts with a broken phone. Nobody knew until I obviously traded my weapon with another phone. Long story short, my tripod was our air fryer. As anyone use the air fryer as a camera stand.
I use my monitors.
it.
I use my speakers to make music as a camera stand. Because I couldn't be asked. I have a
Nice.
webcam, but I couldn't be asked to plug it in every time we do a cohort. So I was like, you know what, might as well just put this up on my speaker. And it's actually crazy. I spend so much money on these monitors that I used to make music, and now I use it as a speaker stand. I mean, as a phone stand to record me when I'm on Zooms. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Crispy mic.
Okay, how's the ducks looking?
Ducks are looking good. Ducks are done. There's 33 duck names in here. We're gonna set it up for 1 minute, and we're gonna let them race, and then we're gonna
Can
see.
we play background music? While the ducks and maybe ducks or Barbara Streisand or something. Let's go.
Hold on. I just want to check if you can even hear audio when I'm streaming. So let's just go plug myself real
You
quick.
guys are either gonna hate me or you're going to love me for this giveaway.
Can you hear this?
Here we go.
Can you hear that?
Yes, you can.
Sick. Let's go. You ready for the ducks? Let's go. Duck, duck, duck. Let's go.
Can we have some commentary? Please go.
Oh, and Creel's in the lead with his brown duck. We've got the Journey right behind. We've got Dawn and Schnabs coming up close behind. Schnabs with a purple duck. Jackie B coming in at the top there. And Dawn coming in with a panda on top of him. I think that is someone else. I think that's Vicky. Step hitting the music is absolutely banging out here in the duck race. We've got Marky J at the bottom with his polka dot duck. Nalini with the dragon duck. I don't know what that is. Is that the Loch Ness monster? No, it's not. It's a duck, bro. So we've got the Preacher coming in hot. We've got Spicy coming up. We've got at the top there. We've got Janet Drainth going in with a Queen Janet Drainth. We've got Schnabs dropping off to the back. Marky J taking the lead. We've got Marky J taking the lead. We've got Edge coming up from the behind. Edge was a backdrop. Started at the back and he's got his suit on. He's got his full on. I don't even know what that is, but he looks like Andrew Tate smoking that. And he's dropping off to the backside because no one likes Andrew Tate. So we've got Mr. Iceman SJ coming in with a mohawk, and Icewoman decides to win this race. Cool, Icewoman, message me on Discord. Message me on Discord. Just plugged myself real quick here while this music was here. Let's drop that down a little bit.
Who won?
So, Icewoman SJ. Pop me a message on.
Wow, the commentary.
Pop me a message on Discord, Icewoman, and then we can. Actually, no. Wait. Giveaway? Wait. What is the giveaway first?
That's the thing. As you're either gonna love me or you're gonna hate me for this. So, Icewoman, you win yourself. There we go. Read it out loud. So I popped it in the chat. This is
Adult size
of
costume.
Binance Costume. Yeah. So it includes 7.1 million Twitter followers, reading glasses, a Binance Polo, yellow smartwatch, yellow sneakers, fact checking the media, suffer funds, and the hair is not included. Well done for your DAC.
Oh my
DAC.
god, dude. What even is that? Do you own that? Is that a real picture that you own?
No, that's us. I saw this picture. She
You
won it.
you own this?
No, I don't own this. I wish I owned this. I would just be giving away B&B. Imagine.
Dude, only one B&B, CEO of Binance Costume. Dude, I want this. He looks like a handsome young man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, is what it is. Is what it is. So look, you've just won that.
Costume.
You've just won a life-size
yeah,
costume.
So
There, the preacher says that there's a creep factor there. Hardly wasted in crypto. Get into online commentary. Oh, dude. Get into online commentary. Hey, bro. I mean, Michael work for Renando. He runs an auction house.
Easy.
Yeah.
Let's go there.
What do you want to buy?
Just like,
You want to buy an entire farm, bro?
No, I don't really want to buy anything, but I just want to go for the vibe.
For the gears.
Yeah. So what we can do is, while we're there, we can take a picture of whatever it is. We can ask AI what it's worth, and then we can just pretend to bid, knowing more or less what it's worth. But if we outbid someone, and then we can just like pretend that we don't speak English or something, and then or we'll just do a trade. What do you think? Just
do a trade live. Like you're just gonna like one day I'm gonna go to like a talent show. I'm gonna sign up for Britain's Got Talent. I'm gonna be like, hi, my name is Hartley. I'm gonna make $1 million in front of you. Okay, here we go. Click buy.
Amazing.
Take profit. Cool. Thanks, guys. And boom. Boom, and then we're gonna we'll literally just freaking do the duck race, and then I'll just commentate, and that's my talent. First aid's like I'd buy a ticket for that show.
But what if you make it to the next round? Then you could maybe pretend to be a magician, and then you say, okay, so
I'm gonna make this money disappear.
Here we go. Exactly.
Dude, I was gonna make this million disappear from my bank account. Boom, gone, guys. You just start crying as you walk off the stage. Dude.
There should be like a mat on the stage though. Like on your performance, and then someone just pulls it over from under your feet. And then yeah. How many people do we have in here?
We have 42. Quite a lot.
I think yeah. So I think these type of things are going to be more intimate. You know.
Yeah.
Giveaways and commentary and whatever happens, because see, there's a lot of news and FUD and shit coming out every day. I'm sure everyone gets notification. So this is the real shit, right?
Yeah.
I'm not even shitting you. Because you know it's loud. I shit you not. Wait, let me just shut down before I get out. So yeah, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna do DAC races. We're gonna make cake. We're gonna I don't know. Okay, we're just going to make money the right way, right? So we have our trading. You guys have seen in the Discord, there is a Meta thread, an NFT thread. Why are you guys not stepping up? Like that could be a gap. So if you have like a background, get involved, because this is literally like the tip of your entire life. When are you ever going to get these prices again? These are generational times, you know, where we raise ducks.
Yeah, bro, we raise ducks.
And then we win costumes that we won't ever wear.
I'll wear it.
Non-wearable costumes. Yeah.
Not even capping, I'll wear it, dude, right now. Here's I'll give anyone an opportunity to ask me any question that they want. Not related to anything. It can be any question ever. While I am here. Was gonna tell you something. While they're busy typing questions. I can't drink coffee for about
Of course you can.
another like 3 weeks.
Why not?
Or tea.
You can't?
Do coffee or tea or anything with
Can't drink coffee
colorants
or like
basically. So I'm feeling like
That's
pain.
my cue. Yeah, sorry, bro. That's my cue. I'll speak to you in 3 weeks.
Oh, it's
Cheers.
safe, bro. Cheers, dude. I mean, I might go cry in a hole as well.
Wow. What happened?
I'm whitening my teeth, and like coffee stains your teeth. So they said like, do not drink any coffee or tea or anything with colorants, but mainly coffee and tea. And then I was like, I looked at the lady, and then she was like, yeah, like she first said don't drink coffee and tea, or like, and then she looked at me and she was like, especially Coke. Don't drink Coke. And I was like, that's the easiest thing to avoid. I don't drink Coke. I don't drink any gas cool drink on a daily basis. But I was like, the coffee and the tea though.
Oh.
And then she was like, yeah, dude, if you drink it, it'll like how do I explain this? Because your teeth are getting bleached. If you they're extremely sensitive. So at the end of the day, if you drink it, then you damage your teeth long term. So they can't fix that. They can't fix that. Like your teeth will be damaged like till the day you die. So I was like, okay, cool, sounds
Like
good.
coffee, you put in your mouth and it goes down your throat. I'm just trying to understand what she does with coffee that she drinks. Does she
Like
gargle
gargle
her
it,
mouth? Does
yeah.
she
Now because like
keep it there until she reaches the take profit or what?
no, because like what was it? I literally took a sip of something the other day out of a mug to try and figure out if it would touch my teeth, and it does. You'll be surprised. Like next time you take a sip of coffee, just think about how much like how it touches your teeth because it hits the bottom of my teeth, like the front bottom. It hits the back of my teeth as well, and then not specifically the top, depending on how I drink it, but it hits my teeth, bro. It hits it definitely. And I was like, fucking bleak, dude. Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, it should hit everywhere because that's how you taste coffee. Like your tongue has different flavors, like
Yeah.
the front, the back, the size, and things like that. But doesn't that mean that you can't eat anything that has a color?
The way they said it is like anything that your mom would say would stain your clothes, don't eat. It's like anything with like heavy colorants in it. So like what's called here like energy drinks, for example. I can't do energy drinks. Anything with like hardcore colorants that you would eat on a daily, like I don't eat a lot of stuff on a daily basis that contains colorants really. Like she said don't eat tomato sauce, and I was like, okay, that's fine. I won't eat tomato sauce. But anything that would like very vigorously stain your shirt, you would not eat. Like red wine, for
But
example.
most of the time you topless anyway. So
Yeah, most of the time I'm topless. I don't
what about when
understand,
you
bro.
when you go out there when you drink alcohol?
See, I don't do that on a regular basis. Last time I drank was at the get together that we had.
Yeah.
That was last time I touched any alcohol.
Oh,
I don't drink. I just don't.
see.
I don't see like why. Doesn't like yeah. So like I'll drink every now and then, but like yeah.
So Ice Woman asks, she's slightly confused. Did I win something? Sorry, hard of hearing, so I couldn't hear everything being said. Yeah, so you did win something, and Hartley's gonna explain to you what you won.
I already gave away 3 things today. Fuck you. Okay, you won
What did you
a
win?
one-on-one session with me. Just message me and we'll sort it out. Message me and we'll sort it out. You won a one-on-one session with me. We'll do it sometime within the week. Yeah, sometime within the week. Just pop me a DM.
So amazing. So Ice Woman, it was a giveaway, but it was like a joke giveaway just to make everyone laugh and stuff. However, what we can also do is depending on your plan, like your 5-year plan or whatever. I think that what we can do is we can take the heads of this blueprint and we can put it together, and then we can see how we could possibly assist you with whether you want to get into NFTs, whether you want to maybe get your portfolio, whether you want to learn something about tokenomics, how to research a coin, whatever. I feel so bad now because the giveaway was not a real giveaway. However, it does seem like it's turning into one. So yeah, let's do that for
Yeah.
the fastest time.
Message me, and we'll
Um,
sort you out.
mm.
Some questions here. Darren says, "Why do you bleed blue?" I'm an alien. I bleed blue because I'm an alien. I don't. That's why I can read the chart so well. I'm not human. No, real talk. When you trade forex, the foreign exchanges, the program that you use doesn't show you profits in green. It shows you profits in blue, right? So whenever you made money, it's blue, right? So it doesn't go green; it goes blue. So that's why it says I bleed blue because I make money, bro. I bleed blue. I don't bleed red, bro, because I don't lose. Can you explain AVAX up? Can you explain AVAX up? AVAX up? What do you mean? Can I explain it? Can you rephrase that question? I'm struggling to understand, Mr. Armin. Ninja Sniper says, "Sorry guys, got to run." Okay, cool. Cheers, brother. Mad Crypto says, "Explain more about Chalk. I'm starting to see the change of trend in some of the charts." Okay. I can answer that question. So, what the first thing I need you to do is go to the higher time frames, 4-hour time frames, right? Practice it on the 4-hour time frames, right? So what you would look for example, here, right? What you would look for, look if you're downtrending and you want to look for a higher high, right? Look at the most recent high that made the low, right? So if you find the low, which is here, right? What was the high that put in that low? And you say it's this high that put in that low, right? Then you'd want to break above that high to make a change of character, right? If I go to any chart, we can look at it the same way, right? Look at the most recent low, which is going to be here. What high put in that low? This high put in that low, right? So you'd want to break above that high for the change of character, right? So that's all you have to do. Also, what you can do is if you come to the line chart over here, boom. Line chart helps you to decide where the change of characters are, right? So you can see that this is busy making a higher high here, right? Also, what you can do is, question is, have you watched the educational video on changes of character and break of structure in the VIP section, Mr. Mad Crypto?
If not, why not?
Yeah, because they are there. Who was your first girlfriend? That's a question, bro. First girlfriend was, wait, how old was I? I was 16 years old. Her
You've been
name,
16.
that was my
Okay.
first girlfriend, yeah. 16 years old, bro. Her name was Kiara, and she was this chick that was my first girlfriend. That's it. That's basically it. Can you borrow me some money? Definitely not. Make your own. Consider a concert in Amsterdam. If you can hook me up with, if you can tell me who to contact, and I will tell my management to contact those people, and I'll sort out a concert in Amsterdam. Janet. Lee Cullen says drink beer. I don't like beer. I hate that shit. With a with a straw. Lido. I just charted Lido on the stream. Do you want me to redo it? I don't know if you saw it. Leaves the teeth porous, and the color gets in. Yeah, that's basically it. It's literally it. Coffee, throw a straw to the back of your throat, dude. I'm so close to just chugging coffee, dude. But it's fine. Like once I get this teeth whitening shit over with, then I can start drinking coffee again, and I'll be so happy. Tea contains an acid, that's why it damages the outer layer of your teeth. There you go. Janet tells me the truth there. So no curry for you. Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely no curry. I can enjoy a party drinking just water and cold drink. Yeah, same, dude. I just drink water though. Waz knows why I drink water though.
And you drink profit.
And I drink what? Profits. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, doctor said I took the wrong cap though. Hartley, what do you? Dentist said I grind in my sleep. Doctor said I took the wrong cap. What got you and kept you in crypto? Shit. What got me and kept me in crypto? That's a good question. So, I invested my first 100 Rand, which is about $9 in crypto in 2020, at the start of 2020.
Oh,
Um,
what exchange
and what
where?
exchange? That was on Luno. But I bought my first Bitcoin on Luno. And I remember that day, I was literally watching price that entire day. I was like, I haven't made money yet, haven't made money yet. Putting in like $9, I was like, I haven't made money yet. Has my $9 turned into $12 yet? And then eventually I was like, probably like a week or two later, I like put like another like $10 in. And then my friend told me, who was trading at the time, my friend told me, hey dude, check out this exchange. This is the exchange that I trade on. You should like check it out and maybe see like it'll be easier to manage. I was like, okay, cool. And then checked out this exchange that he then mentioned. And I was like, okay, that was Binance. Set up my account with Binance, and I then loaded in another another $10. And I was like, okay, cool. This is kind of cool. Started like doing basic, like most fundamental of like just buying and selling when it was like when I thought the market would go up, I would buy, and I thought the market would go down, I would sell it. But I wouldn't leverage trade. I would just buy spot and then sell on spot the whole time. And then I turned these at the time I think it was like $30. I turned the $30 not knowing what I was doing, and just buying and selling in a bull market where everything was essentially just going up the whole time. I literally I turned that what was like what $30 to I think it was about $80, and I was like, whoa, like that's crazy. Like what if I put in
Wow.
like 1,000 Rand, or like what if I put in like $1,000, or what if I put in like $300, I would have made $600
Oh,
back. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. So I started doing research, right? And then I was like, yo, like how do people trade in the markets? And I started YouTubing everything. And then I found Crypto Banter, and I was like watching their streams, and I was like, oh, this is like quite interesting, quite cool stuff that they're talking about. Um, and then after that, literally, literally after that, I started. Wait, when was that? That's 2020. By the end of 2020, I was like still not profitable, but I hadn't lost that initial money that I made. Um, but I was like losing it slowly, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And then essentially just been trading for a while. Started becoming a break even trader. Trying to like learn, trying to like research, read. Did a lot of reading, did a lot of research, did a lot of YouTube, did a lot of back testing, did a lot of like trying different strategies, trying bots, trying algorithms, trying indicators, trying literally everything under the sun. Stochastic RSI, MACD strategy, EMA strategy, 3 EMA strategy, everything. I did them all. And then eventually, after a while of just losing, I took a break from crypto, and I came back like 2 months later. And at that point in time, I found out about forex. Joined a forex community, and then started trading foreign exchange. Then I found a group of traders, like a Discord. Joined the Discord when it was still like 200 people in the Discord, and the Discord is now at about 7,000 people. So I am now one of their. If you go into the Discord and you look at my name, you'll see it's right under like mentor, like right under head mentor. So like you've got the guy that owns the server, then you've got one guy underneath him, and then you've got like a small group of us that are underneath that guy, which are like the head traders of that community. Um, and yeah, so I've been there since they had like 200 members in the Discord, growing. And then yeah, so that's how I kept in the vibes, and I did this all. It's like while I was studying and whatnot, and then took a gap year, started trying to like do trading like full time. Didn't really work that well, but then essentially at the end of my gap year, I started becoming more profitable, and I was like, you know what, I can do this. I can do this. So yeah, that's my journey.
wow. Wonderful. So I have a similar one, and I've just been having a look over here at my other phone. I knew absolutely nothing at all about the space before the 4th of May 2021.
Hectic.
So, yeah. And
Really?
we like now, yes, bro. Really. The guy that introduced me to it, I know him for about like 18 years. One of my very close friends. So I actually saw it on his status. I think it was some sort of affiliate program or something that he needed for his team. And then I literally just sent him a message and asked him like what's it about? And then I didn't like the answer because the answer he gave me were terms or words that I didn't know. So me being me, I immediately went to go and look up what these words are. And then because how do I respond? You know? But then he explained to me, but in the way that I would have liked to learn it if I just think back. So he explained it to me in that way. And then we spoke often because we were close buddies, and I do trust him. So currently he does work within the space. He does quite a few projects and things for a few layer ones, and gets paid in crypto and stable coins and those type of things. But I was the type of person that I told him, listen, this sounds interesting, and I would like to get into it and learn this. So I'm going to ask you 1,500 questions every single day. When you wake up, there's going to be questions because I want to know. I get irritated if I don't understand something. So I can still confidently say up until today, if I have 10 questions, there's probably 9 that he'll be able to answer. And the one that he might not, he'll get me the answer like in 2 days. So, but as life goes, you make sense of how things work and evolution and how things fit together. And that's when I realized what I could do with this because it makes sense. So then I came across Banter in I think July. The very first exchange I used was something called easycrypto.ai or something. And I bought my first coin was DOT. So I bought DOT around $20 and then it just dipped and I couldn't understand why. So what I did was I went to go and look back whenever DOT dipped. Why did it dip? I went to go and research the data dip to see whether it was news. I didn't understand that there's buyers and sellers and market caps and those type of things. And then when I felt like I was a genius was when Luna ripped. But then I knew that trading is probable and things like that. So I was always careful. And then I deep dive into things like Station and ecosystems and those type of things. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell.
Wow.
It's actually weird how fast this space moves, and yeah. Anyone else maybe want to share their journey? Yeah.
Someone asked you,
I
could
think
Bitcoin... Sorry, I'll continue.
Go on.
Someone said, yeah, could Bitcoin be making a retest in the higher time frames? Not yet. Like, I want it to come a little bit higher to retest. Right, so if it wants to retest 21.6, it needs to come and retest 21.6. It can't wick down here at 21.3. It needs to come and properly test it. Right, but once like I said earlier, this could just be the stable coin trying to repeg itself and everyone just getting back into the market, and then the market makers shorting it back down. Right, so
Exactly.
could just be people trying to rebuy their positions, like for long-term portfolios, like very long-term portfolios. And then the market makers are like, you know what, we don't want it to go up just yet. We can let those guys get in, but we got to send the market back down again. Right? So, like I said earlier, majority of the people are long. So it's very often that they will see that the market will do the opposite thing that what majority are doing.
That is exactly what's happening. I think we mentioned it before. When exchanges send you emails like, hey, you can earn so much back in USDT when you make a deposit, they want money to come in. Why else do you think there is a stable coin or more than one stable coin being offered as a leveraged coin on things like Bybit? Because if you go to CoinGecko and you just go to the stable coin section, how many coins, how many stable coins are there, or types of stable coins that is not pegged or backed for the same price as the dollar?
Yeah.
Because the space is early, it's a race, and now with all this stablecoin shit going on, look at what happened with Coty. Coty's called on Cardano, and this stablecoin is JID. I think Rand made a tweet about it. So yeah, Cardano is taking its time, and as time goes, things play out. So I would suggest you keep up to date. But how do you win this whole stablecoin thing? You take a bit of money that you are able, or that you wouldn't mind losing and things like that. Because listen, in the bull run, what happens? Everything goes up, right? And if you look at the price of something that is extremely cheap, and you look at the percentage when it's going to go parabolic, it's massive gains, massive gain. So if you take, let's say, $10, $20, whatever you want, and you buy a stablecoin, but you farm that same stablecoin, because in the bull run, at the value per coin. So if you think of stablecoins, or you should think of your coins as your babies, then let your babies make more babies. If that makes sense.
Waz has wisdom,
I
bro.
hope that makes sense, because it just doesn't sound right. So protocol Paul. There
That's
we go.
wisdom with a capital Zdom.
Protocol
Bitcoin's
Paul.
crossing.
Yeah, let's have Protocol Paul unmute his mic, and then let him read what he typed, because I haven't actually had a conversation with this dude in a voice format, in other words.
Just a quick one. Bitcoin's busy tapping into a
Protocol
15-minute zone. So if it rejects this zone and pushes down, we can see it actually full on come down and fall. However, if it does decide to push up from here, we can see it push up from here. Right, so just a quick one, letting you guys know that Bitcoin could reject this to the upside, or this is the make or break for Bitcoin right now. Does it respect this and push up, or does it reject it down? A lot of the altcoins are telling me that it should reject it to the downside, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. This looks like a fake bump, to be honest with you. I'm about to get stopped out at break even. I have closed majority of my trade. I've taken out another 25%. But yeah, stop loss on break even, so I don't. There's no risk on this trade. There's no risk. I'm actually about to close this position in full now, just to make sure that I don't get slipped if they do just decide to just shoot it down. But that was the live trade for today. Boom. If anyone got in, you got in. If you didn't, you didn't. We'll get another one. But we'll see what happens here. If we come down, retest, and go down again, we'll see.
Question: is there anyone on the team that is in the WhatsApp group called the Rat Pack? Yes, no. No. Negative. Okay. No worries. The reason why I'm asking is because I think they were in Snapper 2 as well. But in there they were speaking about when Bitcoin does something, altcoins do another thing. And as I was reading the chat, they were speaking about measuring it. I think this is like 2-3 weeks ago. And then let me see if I can find it quickly, and then I'll send it in here. There we go. We have the Rat Pack in the house. Hi there. The Rat Pack is here. Ingrid, do you remember? I think the chart that was a red chart. There we go.
I'll be right back.
So yeah, but let's get back to what I was going to say quickly. So while Bitcoin is doing like this, whatever it's doing, with a little volatility, you can take advantage of it, but you need to know which altcoins to do or to trade, because you could measure how much percent things like Aptos would do if Bitcoin does 20%. You know, and if you compare that thought process with last year's bull run, the answers will be totally different. So, for example, when Bitcoin, and these figures are not correct, but when Bitcoin does, let's say 50%, an altcoin would do like a 60, 70, or 80%. Similarly, when Bitcoin goes down, it would do that, right? But how do you calculate that? You go to the market cap of whatever that coin is. And the reason why I've always said do not underestimate Solana, because Solana's all-time high is about $256. What is Solana now? And with the FTX collapse, Solana went down harder. So that means that the volatility of Solana is bigger relative to what Bitcoin does when Bitcoin does whatever it does. If that makes sense. So how do you see that? Right? You could go to TradingView. You could pull up the Bitcoin chart, maybe turn it from a candle into a line, and then you click on compare, and you overlay the top 10 crypto coins. You have your Solanas, you have your Cardanos, you have your ETHs, and things like that. And while you overlay them on top of each other, just change each color to a different color. Then you'll see, based on whatever indicators you use, when Bitcoin does this, that coin does that. And then you could basically just take advantage of that. Yeah. If that makes sense. I think I do have a screenshot somewhere else. Pop it in. How's your Bitcoin trade, Anthony? So if anyone wants to do that type of thing, I'll just pop the picture that I sent in the group in the chat, and then you can do something similar. But it really works. It works like a bomb. There we go. Found it. Cool. So if that makes sense, you'll see there that this is Solana, Aptos, and Bitcoin. And then also based on what you've been taught in crypto school, with your stochastic RSIs, and you can see that the size of the gains is bigger. If Bitcoin is white, Solana is blue, and Aptos is yellow. Have we lost Hartley? Hartley, what are you doing? Hartley, coming Hartley. Let's take over Hartley's stream. Anyone else would like to take over Hartley's stream? When Hartley goes so quiet, and then I worry, it's either he's going to come up with some mad idea, or there's a giveaway. Oh, you said he'll be back. Mad Crypto posted this on Discord, please. So I wouldn't post that exact same one because that was, I think, 2 to 3 weeks ago. So what we could possibly do is maybe an updated one of, let's say, whatever top 10 is. But yeah, so this is one of the things that I usually do for my actual crypto portfolio. But yeah, I don't know what you missed, Artie, but I did post a picture in the chat.
Let me go check.
Just with a little hack of how we could take advantage of this type of uncertainty, whether Bitcoin's going to do something or not going to do something. So
what did you post? What am I looking at?
Chart, the red chart, the blood chart. So what I said was that the volatility of altcoins is bigger to the up or the downside, depending on what Bitcoin does. So for example, if Bitcoin does 20%, a Solana might do a 60% and things like that. But how that is determined is by the market cap of that specific coin, also taking into account the price or how much down it is from its all-time high. So if Solana's all-time high is $256 and Solana is around about 20-ish now, if we remember what happened with Solana, it had a big crash with FTX and things like that, the upside to Solana would be bigger. But then you have something like Aptos. So if on that chart, Bitcoin is the white line, and then all those indicators that I just quickly threw in there. And if Solana is the blue line, the yellow line would be Aptos, right? Because Aptos is a newer layer one, so the volatility on that would be bigger, if that makes sense. So yeah, you can take your favorite coin based on your portfolio, overlay them over in, literally just make your portfolio explode.
Just be careful with that, guys,
If that makes sense.
because if Bitcoin moves 5%, something else might move 50%,
Mhm.
right? Which means that if it moves 50% up, it can also move 50% down, right? Some of these coins move very vigorously, very aggressively, so watch out.
And
Protect yourself.
always protect yourself. Yeah. So another interesting thing is, I don't know if you had a similar type of journey, or if someone journey was similar, but when I got into the space, I did not know something like leverage existed up until when we came like down, like very, very hard down.
Me neither.
Because in the bull run, you don't really trade on shorter time frames, or that was my experience. Or along my journey, I've come across that. But then when I saw leverage, and you're like, But I wanted to understand, why does something like leverage exist? Why is the options? Why? Because it needs to make sense in my brain in order for me to even have a conversation about it. So yeah, but I think that's a story for another occasion. Mad Crypto, we'll post something similar in Discord, but we also don't want people to get ready. So maybe what you guys could also do is, within the spot section of your exchange, you'll see long and short coins. That does not have the option to get liquidated based on how the coin or smart contract is. So yeah. Prices Sol was overpriced at all-time highs. Wasn't almost, okay, I wouldn't say everything overpriced, but regardless of whether it's overpriced or not, right? Think about it like this: if you bought Solana 3 days after its all-time high, whatever price that was, whether it's guaranteed to be more than $200, right? And if you look at where Solana is now, right, you could measure how much percent that is from its all-time high or from 3 days after its all-time high. But the hack is to think about, if you bought Solana at that price, and if you bought, let's say, $400 worth, well, let's say 400 rand or $400, whatever currency you use, take 400 or take 300, work out how much Solana you could have bought at that time on that day, right? Then you go and see, what is Solana? Why is Solana still here? Because one of the questions in your portfolio, or when you are starting a portfolio, you should ask yourself, write down the 5, 6, how many questions you want to write down. And one of those questions should be, is this coin or this protocol or this token going to be here in 5 to 10 years time? Also, was it here 5 or 10 years ago? And if you go through each coin that you like, they need to tick all of these boxes, right? So what I'm saying is that if it is a good project that may change the world or become better for the world based on what is in the ecosystem, then it could possibly make sense to say that you should think of it in this way. You take $400, you would have been able to buy almost 2 Solana, because Solana was 200 and whatever amount of dollars at that time, right? If you take that same amount, $400, how many Solana coins could you buy now? Yeah. So yeah, think of it like that, and then maybe you want to go for things like YFI, Yearn Finance. Look at its all-time high, and you'll see how much down. So everything's down, right? But the price per coin is what you want to take advantage of before the whole world or the rest of the world realizes that, hey, we could have bought this because when we buy this, we would get airdropped this if we perhaps interacted with this ecosystem by literally just doing nothing at all. So it's a no-brainer, and I think we should take advantage of that. I hear what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, Spicy J. But like, Sol was being manipulated. Isn't the whole world being manipulated though? If you look at the last bull run, there have been many great projects that have failed. You are 100% right. But, actually, no buts, right? Where are the devs? Where are the developers? What are they building and where? This is like going way back to the beginning, because if you are an investor, you would want to look at those type of things. But like when I speak about this type of thing, like with people who are like-minded and within the space, it's hard to explain, but I do get goosebumps because it's obvious what's going to happen. Like, just imagine we have this thing recorded, right? And in a year's time, or on the top of the bull run, maybe let's say 2024, and we play this with everyone in here, and everyone is like 50x the account. Just imagine that feeling, right? And then you think like, yo, Hartley, or whereas, do you remember when we still started and we had technical issues and this happened and load shedding and whatever? So yeah, I think we are very, very well positioned in terms of time. So we should play it properly. Like, you'll literally kick yourself if you were in the space like for a year, you saw what happened and you don't realize where you are now. And let's say we go up, because the bull run, there's no alert. You do not get an alert on your phone. Okay, the bull run is going to start in 5 hours or so. There is always going to be speculation on whether we are or whether we are not in either a bull or a bear or the bottom and on all these things. And no one's going to tell you, hey, it's going to start now. Are you ready? While everyone is still speaking about whether we are up, the bull run could possibly have started. I'm not saying that it started now, but I'm saying that may happen. And with all the FUD and with whatever is going to happen, you may not know, but you would want to position yourself early. Bull run is going to be overwhelming for me. Protocol pull. To be honest, I kind of know exactly what you mean. When I first saw everything just going green, and everywhere was just green. And you would then try to get in a position, but you can't, because it's like, I wouldn't say it's too late, but you wouldn't know which one to take, because it is overwhelming. It's the best thing ever, but it's also the worst thing ever if you're not prepared. 200x leverage in a bull run. Wow, Daniel. He's right though. 200x leverage. Just imagine you buy something that is less than 1 cent and you buy $500 worth. How many coins is that? And then you find that, hey, this is some protocol that is going to take over mobile data where you don't even need a battery, or something like HNT. That's something that everyone's going to use or needs, and it's solving real world problems. And then boom, you have more than your 200x. He's hardly gone. He's hardly back. What have you been doing, bro? He's gone. Traders, best nemesis. Falling in love with an asset. Yeah, I think I've learned that the hard way, eh? And yeah, I'm still asking Zalon to marry me. Do not fall in love with the coin. See, the legend is now typing. Ready? Really biggest mistake, bro. Biggest lesson learned. Let's go. Several people are typing. Oh, I think we got some conversation going. How long is this stream gonna go? are these coins ecosystems that are setting out to solve the wallet problem for the average user? It's a good question. I do not have that answer, but I'm hoping so. Imagine you find a winning recipe, and you know that it's going to work. You're going to have your developers build it, and then you can't list whatever coin that is on a Binance or something, because that would be sort of like, I wouldn't say insider trading, but I do know that Cardano has a Web3 wallet that is about to be launched on Exodus. But each wallet or each coin or each ecosystem has a wallet section, right? So, for example, with Cardano, there were various projects building projects to be the best wallet on the Cardano ecosystem. So think about the amount of work that takes, because if Bitcoin is the big daddy, and then you have ETH, but then you have EVM compatible chains. So if you think about Ethereum, like really, really think about it, you have Vitalik, but then you also have Gavin Hood, but then you also have Anatoly Yakovenko. Now, Gavin Hood's Polkadot, Anatoly is Solana. So the founders of those layer ones, all co-founders of Ethereum. But what does that mean? That means that Cardano, that Solana, that Polygon, that all of these layer ones speak Ethereum or with language, right? They use it in Echo for some reason. But yeah, so they run parallel with Ethereum, meaning that you can interact with Ethereum ecosystems. Because if you look at, and I said this last week, if you look at the market cap of Ethereum now and in the bull run, and you go to DeFi Llama and you see how much of that is locked up in DeFi, you can't ignore it. So when you are building something like a wallet, it needs to be compatible and it needs to be tested and it needs to be so. Yeah, we're very, very early, I think, within this space. Spicy says, I lost massively, diamond handing a coin that I believed in. Trusted the team, the tech. Sadly, that's not enough. Wow. That's the thing, though, eh? It's weird, but it's also very overwhelming at times. I believe that Eternal Wallet on we can do a wallet section. We can do a wallet stream. What do you guys think? We could do a wallet stream. We could do an air fryer stream. We could do.
Show us how to make some coffee.
Oh, we could do a coffee stream. Of course, we could do a coffee stream. I'll make it. You know what we'll do. We can do a live latte art trading blueprint design on top of a coffee and then mint it as an NFT. Boom. Then down the coffee.
Oh,
Duck
cool.
racing stream will probably be popular. Yeah. Definitely do it. Let's do it all.